tonight, everybody. We're going to film this so that our consultants that couldn't be here with us can view this and learn a new recipe. So tonight, we're going to be making a new recipe. Glenda is going to be our recipe reader. Glenda, what are we making tonight?
We are making crusty French bread pizza bites.
Excellent. And we also have a ticket master. Tara over here is our ticket master, and every time you participate or help or do part of the recipe, you get a ticket for a prize drawing. And so this is a fun thing to do at your shows, to encourage people, because when they realize there are prizes involved and they get a ticket every time they help, you'll find you have more volunteers. Okay? So Tara's going to take care of that for us. Okay, Glenda, so what do we need to do here tonight?
Okay, first thing to do is to preheat the oven to 450 degrees.
I can do that. Okay.
Using the utility knife, cut off ends of bread to fit onto the large bar pan.
Okay, we've done
Set
that.
ends aside for another use. Slice bread in half horizontally.
All righty, I'll do that part. Go ahead while I'm slicing. Tell them what we need to do next.
Place the cut side up on the bar pan.
I can do that. I can do this part.
Okay, combine a 1/4 cup of oil,
All
which
right.
is the olive oil.
That wasn't too even, but I guess that'll work.
Didn't bring my glasses, so we'll have to see how we're doing.
And 2 cloves of the garlic, pressed with the garlic press.
Can you see with your glasses?
Yeah, it looks like a 1/4 cup. No, a 1/4 cup and all the way up to
Oh my
that
gosh.
one. Yes, if you sit it down, it's a little
Okay.
easier to tell when you reach that.
I'm a great helper. I should have brought my glasses tonight.
There you go. Perfect.
Is the garlic one in there? In the oil?
Okay, in the 1 cup prep, or in the small?
In the prep.
1
bowl.
prep, yeah, prep bowl, yeah. You combine your garlic and your oil in that.
You can do that. I don't have a little cleaning tool in here. All right. And this would not be something you would typically want to do with your knife at a show. Again, we're using the little tool.
Can we do both together?
I find the second one doesn't do very well if the peel's already in there. So you really do need to take the
This is-
peel
yeah, I
out,
can
but I'm never going to find that.
I just use my fingers.
Well, here, I can fix this. I've got another garlic close floating around here. How about another garlic press? I'll trade with you.
It says that defeats the purpose of using your fingers.
Yeah, don't use your fingers. Her hands are clean.
Yeah.
But she'll smell.
Yeah.
I don't
I know, I don't like
The
to
whole
do
point
it.
using the garlic press.
I know.
So you don't smell.
There we go. All right.
Okay, now brush the oil mixture over the cut sides of the bread.
Okay, here we go. A little brush. And we have a thin crust and we have a thick crust.
Let's see which one we like the most.
What do you want to do?
You can go ahead. Why don't you come around here, Maureen, and
Okay.
work on that, and let's move on with the next step.
Okay, the next thing to do is to chop the onion using the food prop chopper.
All right, you gonna do
And
that,
dice,
Maureen?
and then dice the bell
Okay, before
pepper.
she does that, I just have to share my little tip on onions, because I love to share this with everybody. When you're working with an onion, always cut the sprout end of the onion off, but leave the root end on. You notice how none of us are crying over this onion, and I love to share this with my guests at shows. It's just a great little tip. But the pungent end, the stinky end of the onion is the root end. So if you'll leave that on your onion and start from the other end and work your way down, you won't be crying. If your onion's
Wonderful.
Yeah, okay, so I just want to share that little tip.
So cut it this way, right?
Well, you,
Anyway, we're probably going to use most of it, but it's kind of a big onion, so maybe 2/3 of it.
it says with a small onion, so.
2/3.
A small onion. it said.
That'll be plenty, I think.
Think a little bit more?
Yeah.
The garlicky. Okay, now, and one little tip, guys, when you're working with these products, make sure you're giving lots of uses for each product. Okay, like if you were doing that at a show, what are some of the uses you would share for the manual food processor?
I would share that whenever you're chopping the food, it will push the food up, so it does not get mushy.
Mm-hmm.
And then, depending on how fine you would like your onion, will depend on how many times you will press the press.
Right. And what else can you do in there besides onions?
Bell peppers, tomatoes, you can make an awesome salsa.
Mm-hmm.
You can do you can put garlic and cilantro,
Make salsa.
fruit,
Oh,
for,
yeah, fruit salsa.
smoothies.
Smoothies,
Baby
right,
food.
right, so lots of uses, because
Breadcrumbs.
one person
Yeah,
might buy it
breadcrumbs.
for onions, someone else would buy it for breadcrumbs.
Guacamole, chicken salad.
Yep, lots of uses.
Okay, while that's being done, somebody needs to use the board and the utility knife to, dice the bell pepper.
Move this out of the way.
Do we want this pretty fine?
Pretty fine, I would say.
And then add the other teaspoon of olive oil to your saute pan.
Oh,
Just a teaspoon. It's a quarter cup and a teaspoon is what you
all
need of
right,
olive
we'll
oil.
call that a teaspoon. All right, we need to turn this on and get it going.
It doesn't say preheat for that. The onion's going in that and then the bell pepper.
Oh, I think that's great. Okay, so onion and bell pepper's going in here.
Yeah, you need
All right,
this?
I'm gonna get that started. I think they're gonna need that. I'll grab a little one in here in
Okay.
just a minute. I'm gonna get this.
I would say probably about half of the bell pepper.
Okay. And this is
And
gonna
it
be,
says use a small one to dice it.
okay. So Sally in a few minutes is gonna tell us all about cookware, but this is the piece that comes in your kit. So all consultants have this little saute pan. That's why this is such a great, new consultant recipe, because it utilizes your manual food processor, your batter bowl, your bar pan, your little saute pan that comes in your kit. This uses a ton of the products that come in your kit. Okay, what else can we be doing, Glenda, while we were waiting for this?
You're doing the, pepper.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're supposed to cook and stir for 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay, we've got that started.
And then combine your onion mixture, your drained tomatoes. You probably drain
Tomatoes.
that.
Let's not use the can opener.
I have.
Is there anybody here that's not used the can opener? Are you crying over those onions? You wanna try it?
I
Come
just
here
wanted
right
to
here.
start.
I'd love to show it to you. Okay, so this is our can opener. It goes on the can this way, and when you turn the handle, well, maybe, when you turn the handle a quarter of a turn, it's going to lock onto the can, see?
Okay.
And it's gonna cut down here, not around the inside, so you don't have any little metal shavings
So
from
you
you out of
just-
your food. Just keep turning that way. You'll be able to tell when you've been all the way around. And it crimps as it cuts, so you never have any sharp edges. You won't be cutting yourself with a jagged can.
There we go.
And when you feel the click, when you feel it go, did it click yet?
No.
Have you been all the way around? I think
Yeah,
you have.
it's
Sure.
good.
All right, do backwards a quarter of a turn and it'll release this. There you go. All right, now what you do, because it seems like it's not open, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But wait a minute, you take these little teeth, you grab that lip, you press this little button on the top and you lift that lid right off. Okay, there you go. It's a fabulous piece. So we want to drain these, is that correct, Linda?
Yes.
All right, we're going to just put them in our little stainless mesh colander and drain those. And what
That
next?
needs to go in the,
Is that the good side?
All right, you can come at this to my little
That's
saute
fine.
pan,
Okay.
get started.
Do I have a container, put them in and put them up to transport them
No,
over
I
there?
really don't, but let me see. I should have my little scrapers, shouldn't I? Oops, excuse me. And I have no idea where they are.
you want to just
Gravel.
Here, let me just bring the pan to you.
go.
There we go. Okay, what else can we be doing, Glenda, while this is all working?
Okay, well, that's cooking and stirring for 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay,
Press remaining garlic, let's see, how many? 4 cloves total.
right, we did two.
Press remaining garlic in pan, cook.
So how many's the remaining? How many
Two.
remaining?
Two more. And they're coming in this pan with this?
Well, evidently,
Okay.
'cause it
I think we're
doesn't
supposed to
say-
do this for a minute or two, a couple of
Yeah,
minutes, and then add the
Yeah,
garlic.
then add the garlic.
Okay. There we go.
The onion and green peppers.
Here, jumping out of my hand here. As Crystal says, man overboard here. Okay, and I'm
garlic going?
It's gonna go in this pan. You want to come over here and just press it right in the pan? And I'm gonna get a small cutting board that somebody can grate this cheese. We'll just do the best we can. Okay, it's fine. If it, just keep going. All right, one more. All right, we're gonna set somebody up to do a little cheese grating here. So who hasn't had a turn that wants to help us out tonight?
Get a ticket.
Come on over here, lady. Come on, you want to grate up a little cheese real quick.
Cindy always has good prizes.
I do. Come on over here. Yay, Tina. Come on over. Let's move this big board out of the way, and you can slide this one in its place. And if you would just go ahead and grate that cheese with our microplane grater, that would be awesome.
All of it?
All of it. Every bit of it. That's man.
Garlic.
Oh, I can, is the garlic in here now? I can
garlic.
smell it.
Yes,
It's
it
good.
smells good.
That's these little guys just don't want to stay in here tonight. You know, I think if I were doing this at a show, I think I would throw the pepper in with the onion in the manual food processor and do them both at the same time. Anybody else thinking that while I am cutting this pepper? All right, so this is why we always test a recipe, but I think I would throw both of them in that manual food processor and process them at the same time. That's starting to cook down. And then this is gonna go in the batter bowl, is that correct?
With the tomatoes.
With the tomatoes. All right, let's go ahead and get our tomatoes in here. And this, by the way, is our little bamboo fiber bowl. Think man. All right, so we've got our tomatoes. I think we're gonna give this about 1 more minute. We are gonna pop this in. And the other thing I would do now that we're trying this recipe and we see how it's working, if I were doing this at a show, I would have my bread already split, the first brushing already on the bread, okay? Because you're gonna show the garlic press again when you add garlic to this.
That's
So
correct.
I would go ahead and have my bread split and this first coating on here to speed this up. And I would throw both the onions and the bell pepper in. Okay, so this is going in with the tomato,
That is
is that
correct.
correct?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna turn this off and we're gonna pop this in here.
Okay, cheese goes on the bread next.
Before the veggies?
Yep, the veggies go on top.
Okay, good deal.
Just don't make any pizza.
Like, don't burn
Oh,
yourself.
wait a minute.
Go wrong. Take them out.
I'm sorry.
Okay, back up.
It's divide the tomato mixture evenly over the cheese. Over the cheese.
Over the cheese, okay.
Okay, Parmesan cheese, not,
Parmesan goes on top or on top?
Parmesan goes on the bread.
Oh,
That's okay, that's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's absolutely.
It all makes
It all makes sense.
And I'm going to figure it out, so luckily, we have it here. Okay, how about we use the fine grater? And you
And
can
that
just
gets
grate
great, just grate it right
over the
over.
bread.
Okay.
Give it a nice
Take
coating
out
of
the trash
this.
and feed the dog
Oh,
and
it's
stuff.
fabulous.
Oh, that smells so good.
That's not good.
And that goes on it, and then the provolone goes over the top.
Okay, I give it a
This is
nice thick
last.
coating if I were you. Give it just a little more. You
Amen.
can't have too much cheese or too much chocolate, right, girl?
Yeah.
Guys?
That's potent.
All right. That works good, doesn't it? You like that?
There you go.
Now with this fine microplane grater, what else can you do, girls?
Chocolate.
Great. Chocolate,
Chocolate.
carrots,
Nuts.
nuts.
Some
Yeah.
wonderful
Ginger.
zester, ginger. Okay,
Yeah.
so remember, when you're using these products, like you've got this downtime while you're grating, you're telling your guests all the wonderful things they can do with that particular product.
Nutmeg,
Okay.
nutmeg.
And now half of it, this is
It
going
gets
on the
divided
top.
between the two.
All right.
And then
All
And then
right.
the
cheese goes on
the
top.
Parmesan, or the provolone